Hey guys, how you doing? This is Kai from Kai Be Free, and as you know, I love to travel. I love to spend some time with friends, having a good time, but I also like to do a little business. Now, I've been in Kenya for quite some time. I'm back home, enjoying the nice weather over here. It's raining, but I'm still enjoying the weather over here. And I wanted to talk to you about a great development that me and Ryan went to called Luminara. We managed to meet with the builder Jonas as well as Mona, and we had a really great presentation about Luminara. Now, one thing that I really like about Luminara is that Jonas has created a residential building that is designed specifically for investors, I personally feel. Luminara seems like it's going to be a situation where you invest and you don't have to worry about the rest. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but the way they have designed it and the way the presentation went, and look at Ryan's video about Luminara when we did have that interview. We're on part one. Part two, you'll actually get to talk to Jonas. We'll talk to Jonas a little bit more. And then you guys tell me if you don't believe what the man's saying, because when I finished talking with him, I was really impressed. I mean, honestly, it seemed like I'm not talking to a builder, I'm talking to an artist. Look, I might be putting some hype on it, but that's the way I kind of felt about it. I thought that Jonas is really taking, honestly, a risk for himself, but he's also really putting a lot of effort, energy, and care, most importantly, care in this building. He really wants it to be a place that people are excited about, are excited to invest in, and also could possibly make some profitable money. And that's the thing that that's very important to me. So I wanted to look at Luminara more on the investor side of things. I'm a strong believer that you need to be able to work hard for your money, but eventually your money needs to start working hard for you. Your money should be pulling you away from your job eventually, just absolutely just yanking you away from this job, so that you guys can enjoy your life, enjoy the time with your family, and those various types of things. I got my notes, please spare me. I got my notes, I got my computer, and I wanted to talk about certain things. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm working hard for you guys, most definitely. Anyways, so one thing that they started with Luminara was your morning coffee in Bali starts from here. So their entire mission statements, ladies and gentlemen, is to make sure that you can be anywhere on this planet and not have to worry about your investment here in Westlands, Africa. It's a place where you can be having a coffee in Bali, and you can remotely monitor what the activity of what's going on with your investment. Now, what Jonas and Mona told me and Ryan during the presentation, and you guys can look at that, I keep on emphasizing that, but please do take a look at that, was that they are hiring an Airbnb management service. They have the property management service, and they're going to use these two services to help accommodate you when it comes to your investment here. So if you have long-term, month-to-month, or Airbnb, all of this will be covered. And I thought that that was very interesting. Now you can get the details about the floor plan, the meters, the house, how the atrium, all the beautiful things that they have and the amenities that they have in Luminara. But what I want to talk to you guys about is the potential of making a strong ROI with also making a profit if you are deciding that you want to be an international investor. So let's see how we can work on this. Let's talk about the location of where Luminara is. A while back, me and Ryan did a tier list regarding the locations, just the overall places that we thought were really nice. And we gave Luminara some high marks, but the one reservation that we did have was that the location is a bit underdeveloped. When you go over to Luminara, it's not just in the back, it's the last luxury complex that's being built at this time on, excuse me for my pronunciation, Magatio Road, okay? I might be saying it, I asked my Kenyan friends if they could repeat it. I'm trying, all right? I'm just really trying. But on Magatio Road, other developments that are being built over there is Oak West, Magatio Oasis, Luckin Ivy, City Rise. So there's a lot of luxurious residences that are being built on this street. But if you look at it right now, the place is a little bit underdeveloped, but you have to understand right now what's going on in Westlands. Ever since they decided just to open it up to residencies, there's not a lot of places that are underdeveloped or open space where they're not building a new huge complex, and that's what's happening here in Lower Westlands. Now, to describe Lower Westlands, I would say Lower Westlands is more of where the entertainment is. You're in close proximity. I stayed in Lower Westlands. You're in close proximity of Nairobi Street Kitchen. You're walking distance to Serit Mall. They have Bruce Bistro. They got the Alchemist. A lot of clubs, a lot of restaurants, a lot of places to go, a lot of activity. In fact, me and Ryan went to an MMA event that was at the Alchemist. This is the area. It's kind of like what I consider mid-Westlands. This is where people commute to. There's where the matatus drop off the people, where people work. There's a lot of activity going back and forth in mid-Westlands. Somebody might look at it and say, hey, you know what? I'm looking for Airbnb. I want to be in the middle of the action, right? And they're going to be looking at all these different type of apartments. But the thing that I liked about what Jonas talked about with Luminara is the quality. The quality is going to be outstanding. If you looked at the video, he was very meticulous with all the things that he was putting and giving to us. And I think that that's going to be very beneficial for when people are coming and they want to stay in a very nice place that's durable, that's safe, and has a standard, a hotel-like standard. I think Luminara will give that to the people that you decide to either rent out, or you coming, or you deciding to Airbnb your place. I think that will be very important. So yeah, that's the central area of where you can really enjoy yourself, have a lot of activities to do, but Luminara is not in that area. Is it walking distance? It is walking distance from that area, but you're not just like on top of that. Also, with Nairobi Expressway, Luminara is not on that way too, so it's a little bit off the beaten path of that as well. So you don't have to worry about the exhaust that comes with commuting, the sounds of the matatus, of cars. While you're there, it's very easy not to hear all that stuff, especially when Jonas and Mona said that there's double pane windows. You won't hear it at all when you're in your unit. So that's very nice. When I look at the Luminara, and the reason why I gave it like a B in development, as far, not in development, but in location, was because of the under development. But I remember when I was going over there just to take a good look at it again, and I looked down Magatio Road, and if you stand in the middle of the street, and I don't want you guys to do this, but if you stand in the middle of the street and you look down straight, you will see the top roof, or the area of the view, which is right by Movin Peak. And it immediately reminded me of the Strip in Las Vegas. Now, many years ago, I went to Las Vegas, and if you guys don't know about Las Vegas is a place that a lot of Americans go to gamble, to party, to just have a good time. There's a lot of beautiful restaurants, a lot of luxurious hotels, a whole lot of stuff, pretty much. And when I went there, I wanted to be in the middle of all of that. I wanted dinner and a show at the Bellagio. I don't gamble. I wanted to go to the clubs. I wanted to spend time and have fun with my friends. But my friends discovered a new development over there called The Wynn. Now, The Wynn is now very well established, but at that time, I didn't know anything about The Wynn. And then when I looked at the location, The Wynn was at the end of the Strip. It wasn't where the central area. And I was like, well, why are we going to go there? Why can't we just be in the middle of the action? But they said, no, I think it's going to be a really good hotel. It has a lot of amenities, the quality, all these different type of things my friends were telling me. So I decided to go with them. And man, I'm really glad that I made that decision, because The Wynn is amazing. I've been there multiple times. And it didn't feel like I was away from the action. It felt like as if The Wynn, being such a great hotel, stretched the Strip out. So it wasn't like I was away from the middle, like it extended it. And I think that's exactly what's going on with the Luminara. That whole area, with all these big time residential apartments coming, Oak West, Magatio Oasis, Luck and Ivy, City Rise, Marble West, Emerald, all these different type of luxury apartments that are building, it's completely changing the landscape of Lower Westlands. And that is going to bring in good business, which I hope is going to bring in good traffic, and I hope it brings in some sidewalks. It'd be nice to be able to walk on the Westland streets safely, because at this moment there's a lot of development there, and there's certain places where you can walk, and there's other places where you're walking on the street. and getting sideswiped might be a little bit of a problem, but I hope that they develop something there where it can be a little bit safer to walk. Man, and Jonas and Mona and Luminara knew they were talking my love language when they started pulling out those numbers. I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. So let's talk about it. I was very impressed by Jonas and Mona giving us these numbers. We also have to understand that we have to take these numbers with a grain of salt, but it was good that they did their research on the overall market, in particular in Luminara area. I thought that that was very impressive. They went through the monthly as well as the Airbnb plan, as well as the payback period and what it might cost you to furnish and unfurnish the apartment. So these numbers are fantastic for you to look at and see, and then we can crunch the numbers and kind of see what kind of strategy we can make, an approach that we can make on possibly getting you guys your money and your money back, as well as making a profit here in Kenya. So we're going to start with the unfurnished one bedroom, 56 square meters, which is about 603 square feet. That's going to give you an ROI of 13.93% with a payback of 7.2 years. Calculated all that up, that'll be about $658 per month, which is about 85K cash per month. If you had that unit furnished, the ROI would be 1902 with a 5.3 year payoff. That's about $929 per month, or 120K cash per month. Go to the one bedroom premium floor, 65 square meters, which would be about 700 square feet. And it'll give you 13.23% ROI with a 7.6 payback period. That's approximately about $697 per month, or about 90K cash per month. Now, looking at that same unit with furnished, you get a 17.82% ROI with a 5.6 payback year. That gives you about $967 per month, or 125K cash per month. Now we go to the one bedroom unfurnished 82 square meters / 883 square feet unit. That gives you 12.24 ROI with an 8.2 year payback. That's about $735 per month, or about 95K cash per month. Looking at that same unit furnished, you have a 16.29% ROI with a 6.1 payback period, which gives you about $1,006 per month, or 130K cash per month. Ending it off with the unfurnished two bedroom luxury floor, that will give you 12.93% ROI with a 7.7 year payback. That's about $1,084 per month, which is about 140K cash per month. And this is unfurnished. Furnished, it'll give you 18.06 ROI with a 5.5 payback period, which is about $1,548 per month, or about 200K cash per month. So you guys can see that there's a big difference in between furnished and unfurnished. And I feel that it's very important personally that if you are going to invest and you want to hit the ground running, it might make sense to actually get it furnished. There seems to be a huge, based off of these numbers, difference, percentage and increase if you have your place furnished. And the great part about Kenya is that they have amazing craftsmanship here. You can get a furniture made, a table, a couch, whatever you want made very quickly in Nairobi and sent to your house. I feel that it's actually pretty important with how competitive Westlands is going to be with all these new buildings being built, to make sure that you hit the ground running and have the furniture furnished. It's up to you how you guys want to do it, but I think that if you really want to make an impact and make some profit quickly, even look at the years that you see the difference in the years of the payback years, it may make more sense for you guys to do the furnished instead of the unfurnished. When you're looking at the furniture or creating furniture, they estimated at about a $2,000 to $3,000 investment that you would have to put in there. And they also said in Luminara that they will help decorate and design your place and provide you with furniture. This might be something that you can look into because maybe you can get it cheaper than what they pretty much listed here, but you never know. Africa has some beautiful furniture and the craftsmanship is amazing, custom made stuff that you can get. So take your time with this. I think it would be actually very good to design the place and make it really look outstanding and unique compared to what the competition offers. So now let's get into the Airbnb. This is going to be very interesting and very exciting. This is one of the things that I want to try to see if I can do while I'm down there. I think it's very much going to be very profitable. Nairobi is an amazing city. There's a lot of activities, a lot of people going there. So I think that having an Airbnb, especially here in Luminara, might be a right fit for this particular building. All right, let's start with the 1 bedroom, 56 square meters, which is 603 square feet. You now get 28.53% ROI with a 3.5 year payback, which is outstanding. You can literally go to college and graduate college and have yourself an investment property international with a 3.5 payback period. That's amazing. 1 bedroom, 65 square meters, which is 700 square feet, 28.52% with the 3.5 payback period. 1 bedroom, 82 square meter, 883 square feet, 27.57 ROI with a 3.6 payback. And then ending it off with the 2 bedroom luxury, 113 square meters with 1,216 square feet, which will give you 27.08 ROI with a 3.7 return on investment. Do I feel that $70 per night is a fair price? Yes, I do feel that $70 a night is a fair price, but I also experience and know that you can get it for higher. There's a lot of events that go on in Nairobi. The month of December is a very festive time in Nairobi. And of course, you can start manipulating your prices to make a profit on those different types of events. I do like how conservative Luminara, Jonas, and Mona were with these numbers, especially with the 6th to 7th month occupancy, which I think is fairly realistic. I like that they looked at it in a kind of a realistic, which I believe in a pessimistic view. So worst case scenario, you can start calculating vacancy rates and just being realistic about what's going on with your investment. I think that they did a really good presentation with the Airbnb. But do I feel that $70 is a little bit lower price? Yes, I do. It also, of course, factors in where the location, the amenities, the quality, all these different type of aspects of your investment have to be included in order to dictate the price that you predict per night. But it's very interesting that they put that there, especially in what I consider a really great building that they're building in Luminara. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that I gave you guys some good information, and make sure that you tune into Ryan's videos as well. Do as much due diligence as you possibly can. Double check what I say, double check what Ryan says. But either way, be cautious and be careful. And I hope to see you again. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.